Hello, super readers. This is Mrs. Williams. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to read a nonfiction book called Earth's Water. And we'll be learning about different states water can be in. We'll be learning about why water is important and the dangers of polluted water and looking at many nonfiction text features. So yes, we are continuing the unit on nonfiction text features, and I thought this would be a good way for you to learn about the Earth's water. But before we begin, let's sing our water cycle song. So get your hands up in the air. I'm going to do it twice, okay? Evaporation, condensation, precipitation on my mind. And it's just the water cycle, and it happens all the time. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation on my mind. And it's just the water cycle, and it happens all the time. Yay! Now we're ready to read our book. And it's called The Earth's Water. The title is Earth Water, and it's by Catherine Scraper. Wow, that's a really cool water droplet. Focus question: why is water important? So as we're reading the nonfiction book, think about what the author tells you about the importance of water. Look, here is a word bank. Words to know. Say the words after me. Get ready. Evaporation. Gas. Invisible. Liquid. Polluted. Solid. Now, you may not know all of these words, but you will. By the time we're done with this lesson, you should know how to say these words, read these words, and know what they mean. All right, let's get started. Table of contents. Remember, the table of contents is a list of chapters or sections in a book that tell about the topic. So, water everywhere is on page 4. And all good readers ask questions before they read. So I might want to ask, where is water? What does the author mean that water is everywhere? Different forms of water on page 7. My question is, what are the different forms of water? Changing water is on page 11. My question is, how does water change? What does water change into? The last chapter is Water is Important, and that's on page 14. I might ask, how is water important? The last section of the book is a glossary, and that's on page 16. That's your little tiny dictionary of important words you will find in the book. And most of the time, those special words are in bold-faced letters or very dark or highlighted letters. Let's start with chapter 1. And before I read the words, notice that we have a lot of photographs here. And you'll see that in nonfiction books. Ooh. There now, do you see it? All right. Water is in ponds, lakes, and oceans. It flows in rivers and streams. It is in the air and frozen as snow and ice. So, how is it that water is everywhere? Where do you see water? Well, if you forget, You can go back and read some important words here. Ponds, lakes, and oceans, rivers and streams, in the air, in the snow and the ice. Most of the earth is covered with water. Plants and animals need water to live. So when we look at this picture of the earth, I notice that a lot of these parts of the earth are blue. All of this area right here is blue. Plants and animals need water to live, so if we ran out of water, plants and animals would not survive. Let's take a look at the caption underneath this picture of the earth. The dark parts in this picture of earth are water. What are some ways you use earth's water? Look at these photographs. Let's take a look at this one. I infer that this little kid is spraying water on the dog, is that it's hot outside and he wants to cool the dog down. One way you can use earth's water is by swimming. And maybe you can go river rafting. Farmers use water to spray on their crops. And we build dams to use the energy of the flowing water and change it to electricity. Pretty cool. And here someone is drinking water. Different forms of water. Most of the water we see is a liquid. Liquid water takes the shape of the container it is in. What does that mean? And here is a boldface word. It's dark and black and thick. Liquid. Liquid water takes the shape of the container it is in. Okay, so here we have water in a bowl, water in a measuring cup, and water in a vase. And every time we pour it into a container, the shape of the water looks like the shape of the object. And that's what it means when the author says takes the shape of the container it is in. Caption. Each of these containers holds 4 cups of water. Whoa, look at this picture right here. Why is she using a saw? A saw is a special tool that cuts into things, and most people will use a saw when they have to cut something that is very hard to cut. And ice can be really, really hard. Not all water is liquid. When water gets very cold, it freezes. It becomes solid. Solid water is called ice. Solid. Ice can be carved into many shapes. Much of Earth's frozen water is at the North and South poles. Caption. Sheets of ice cover Earth's South Pole. This makes me think that if I were to fly over the South Pole in an airplane or a helicopter, I would see a lot of ice. Some of Earth's water is invisible. It is in the air. So when we think of invisible, we think of something that we can't see. Well, if little tiny water droplets are in the air, but we can't see it, then we might say that the water is invisible, but it is still there. So this form of water is called gas. This water is a gas. Caption. What forms of water can you see in this picture? Take a look. I'll give you a clue what's in the sky. You're right. There is water in the clouds. Little tiny water droplets. That's the part of the water cycle song that's condensation. And then here we have a pond or a lake filled with water, and that's a liquid. And the water that you can't see in the picture, and if you were really there, you might not be aware of it, but there's always little tiny water droplets in the air that you can't see. Changing water. Water is always changing. When frozen water is heated, it melts. It changes to a liquid. When liquid water gets cold, it freezes. It changes to ice. The sunlight heats up the snow and the snowman melts. Think about a time when you had ice cubes in your drink and it started to melt. Why did it start melting? Have you ever seen a puddle of water dry up on a hot day? Energy from the sun changed the liquid water into a gas. This is called evaporation. That's part of our water cycle song. Evaporation. That's when the little water droplets go up into the air and eventually come together in a cloud. It seems to have like disappeared, but water droplets are in the air. When invisible water in the air gets cold, it can make clouds. Clouds are tiny drops of liquid water. Those drops can get bigger and then they fall as rain. Caption: Clouds drop water on the desert as rain. Wow, this is like a sheet of rain. Water is important. Rain keeps plants alive. We fight fires with water. Animals take baths in water. So I have a question for you. Why else do you think water is important? It is important to take care of Earth's water. Polluted water makes people, plants, and animals sick. Let's take a look at the special word polluted right here. Oh, in this picture, I see a label that also says polluted. And I notice here, the label says not polluted. How do these two pictures compare? What makes this picture different from this picture? You're right, this looks dirty. This button doesn't belong in the water, and this looks like a candy wrapper, and I see pieces of string everywhere. So there are things in the water that do not belong, and that makes it polluted, and also may have some germs and bacteria. Plus, it's also brown. It doesn't look clear like water does. This is not polluted water, and you can see through it. And this is probably the bottom of a pond, maybe the bottom of a lake. Would you want to drink and play in polluted water? I don't think I would. It's not good for animals either. Here we come to the end of the book, and then we see that we have a glossary, and it has the bold words in alphabetical order with the meaning of the word, the definition of the word, along with the page number that you can find it. It also tells you that evaporation is a noun, which means a person, place, or thing. This one is a shortcut way to say adjective, and that is a describing word. So in other words, next to the bold word, we have the parts of speech. So there's evaporation, and then if we go in ABC order, Next would be G. So let's check to see if that's correct. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. So they are in alphabetical order. Now, if you want to make connections with what you just learned about, you can do a writing project. You can also do a science and art project. If you want to do a writing project, you could write a speech telling your classmates why it is important to take care of Earth's water. Use the information from the book to help you present your speech to your class. Science and art, you can draw and label a picture showing water in its 3 different states: liquid, solid, and gas. Include some vocabulary words from the book in your picture. So if you do any of these things, then you can upload it to Seesaw. If you are writing a speech, you can also record your voice, okay? If you're doing the science and art project, and it says draw and label a picture, then you can also find a way to send it to me on Seesaw, or if you want to send it to me by email, okay? All right. So there we have it. We learned a lot about Earth's water. And if there's anything that you want to review, go back to the beginning of the video and play it again, okay? All right. So we will see you again next time, and happy reading.